Yes, you've got it right. This is black coffee with a side of tea. Here we are, airing every Thursday at 8 p.m. Zoey Raz, Tea Baby, and Divine Feminine Energy. Yes, we are. Looking forward to interacting with many. Tune in to Black Coffee with a side of tea.
Watch people. Because you can fake for a long time, but one day you're going to show yourself to be a phony.
That's for true.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And that's what these, a lot of people are doing these days. Don't support the phonies. Support the real.
Lose your fear of failure. Failure is part of the process. People who never fail never try. You have to lose.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. No thanks. Don't mind me. I'ma just grab my stuff and leave. Excuse me, please. Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Welcome back to Black Coffee with a Side of Tea. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you share. You subscribe to each of our Instagrams, our Facebooks, and to the Black Coffee with a Side of Tea Instagram and Facebook. So we are back for another episode. And just to give you a heads up, remember we're almost out of Venus retrograde. So of all of those relationships that you needed to revisit and go through and reevaluate, make sure you've done all the work that you needed to do in those relationships, because now the planet is going to start, the illusion of the planet turning back around is going to come into play for Venus retrograde. But we're still in Mercury retrograde. And if you haven't experienced it yet, be thankful. But if you do, just, breathe through it. Just take a deep breath, because those technical issues can frustrate you, because you're trying to figure out like why I can't get in my computer. Why is my computer stopping? That actually happened to me tonight. My computer decided to freeze at the very last minute. I had no idea why it was freezing, but I improvised and got it working, and here I am. So I'm going to bring in my girls, Zoey Raz and Divine, and we're going to do this sister check-in for the week, because we know last week was very interesting. We had some really good topics. So I'm going to bring my girls in. Hey, ladies.
Hey.
Hey. All right. How was your week? Anybody? Somebody? Everybody?
I mean, my week is fine. I always have a good week. That's the thing. Every time you ask, I'm always gonna have a good week. I woke up every day this week. I'm blessed. I didn't want for anything. I never went to bed hungry. And neither did my kids. And so with that, I'm always, with the recession and everything that's going on, that's really all you can ask for right now.
Absolutely. Yeah, I had a positive, productive week too. Can't complain. Everything's good on my end. Kids back in school and groceries in the house. We all right.
Finally, everybody's in school, because last week you still had people that were not in school yet.
Yes, they were still stragglers.
Absolutely. I had a good week this week. Very, very productive week. Had some technical issues, of course, because of Mercury retrograde, but you still push through even though you have those technical issues, because we automatically know. Well, if you know, you know. I mean, if you don't, then you try to figure out why your phone is turning. You click on something and you can see the message, but when you click on it, you can't see where the message came from, or if the message really came through, or if somebody deleted it, or they were intending to send it, but you can't figure out where it's coming from. Or you on an app and the app been working prior to now, and the app just decides to stop working. That's happened to me, several times. So, you know, had a good week. Other than that, other than Mercury retrograde going on, but
Takes me out every time, man. That retrograde.
yep. Let me tell you,
But I feel like August has been a rough month, period. August has been a little challenging.
it's the hottest month of the year. We haven't had enough rain. My grass is out there yellow. My grass is burned up front and back. I think everybody grass is burning up because we don't have any rain, and we haven't had. One thing I've been discussing is we haven't had any hurricanes, and that scares me.
Well, we have hurricanes. We just haven't had any in Texas. But
Right.
I mean, there's one right now that's put people underwater in Florida and a few other places.
Right. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Yeah. And we're praying for those that are dealing with that, because when you don't when you have those kind of catastrophes, it takes a toll on pretty much everybody
Yep.
in the entire world, because you kind of have to put everybody together to bring in the resources from everywhere to make sure that those people are taken care of.
Yeah.
So I
Well,
have
one thing about it, it's almost September, which you all know what that means, and so it's definitely getting better.
oh yeah, absolutely.
Libra season is up on us, so
Ah,
don't fret.
oh, that's what that means.
Don't fret. The best sign is coming up, and we definitely gonna turn this month out. Most
Well, I
definitely.
have to. Well, all the other zodiac signs will probably have to disagree with that. Because
Mhm.
we have a Taurus and a Pisces on the line. So
Libra.
a Taurus and a Pisces on the line. I'm gonna
Yes.
have to beg to differ. So I have I have some juicy news stories that I found quite interesting. The first one I want to talk about is Sha'Carri Richardson,
Mm.
and she won a gold medal last week. We didn't talk about it, but she won a gold medal, and she is considered the fastest black woman in the world.
Well, she was just beaten in a race, and so
When
just recently, I think it's been about 2 weeks now, she was beaten in the 100 meter by the girl in Jamaica.
oh well,
I know it, but yeah, before that, she was considered, yeah.
yeah, she was considered the fastest. So I'm proud of her, because she had some hiccups at the beginning, and then she fought back and got herself back, her bearings back, and she came
Mm-hmm.
back out stronger. Sometimes we have those setbacks to bring us to awareness, to make us stronger. So
Yeah,
definitely proud
because
of
they
her.
painted a bad picture of her for a while.
Absolutely, absolutely. You
I
know,
mean, but I don't, everybody, yeah, because I get sick of people, and you have to be held accountable. People love to be done everything, but they don't like to be held accountable. You
That's
knew you
true.
were in a competitive sport. You knew the rules of the sport. It doesn't matter if your granddaddy, your mama, your niece, your coach, it doesn't matter if they smoke marijuana or do any recreational drugs in their free time. The rules of the game state that you are not to
But
be
you
under
can
the
now.
influence, and so you
that's
need to
right.
be held accountable. And people always just this it please stop ignoring the rules. That's the problem with us. Don't ignore the rules. The rules are the rules. It doesn't matter how small the rule is, it's there for a reason. You know what
Yes,
I mean? So I wasn't on
absolutely.
her side with that. I understand it was just marijuana, and I understand, bodybuilders and other sports, they get in the news all the time about like steroids, and stuff like
Right.
that. But
Absolutely.
you
Yep.
can't really concern yourself with that. What you
And,
have to do is have integrity.
and
That
so and
part.
so with that being said, I feel like it's okay. It's okay that you made that mistake. You own your stuff and move on. They hold people accountable for steroids and stuff like that, but they don't drag it.
They
And I
don't.
feel like to a certain extent, they started to drag it.
I agree.
Well,
Yeah,
she
I definitely.
assisted them with the dragging because she was on her social media and other avenues and other platforms self-sabotaging, just like she's doing right now in the media with something that doesn't even concern her, but she's chosen to chime in. And then you're chiming in on an individual who had your back when the media was tearing you down. That's what's killing.
Jade say they definitely dragging.
Yeah. She in the media right now on some other stuff. It's like you've been doing real good. Like just stay out of that. Focus on your craft. You know what I mean?
And that's what's so hard. That's what's so hard to defend, because you want to say, yeah, they dragging it, but then in the same point, you still putting your foot in your mouth. Like, sit down,
That's
stop.
the part. That's the part. You be like, yeah, and then you back too, because you like, well, I don't want to get caught up in that shiggity. Yeah, I don't want to get caught in that shiggity.
So yeah.
So I have a funny news story that I do want to bring to the forefront. Now, this one is by a comedian.
Uh-oh.
and she is funny because she dresses up like an older lady. So, but she's very funny. So I'm gonna bring it up. Give me just a second. This one's pretty funny. I was gonna bring it up last week, but we didn't have enough time. So I'm gonna bring it up this time.
I think it's be such a vibe, y'all. We be having some good discussions, and so it'd be hard to.
Right, I know it's hard to transition.
Yeah,
right. It's hard to transition. I know. I'm sorry. No, the first. Okay, so the first one. Let me back up. So the first one I do. I'm gonna bring that one up, and I'm gonna share my screen. Hold on, just a second.
Here, I'm gonna read this while you show that.
Okay.
He said, "What happened to redemption? She's young and we're all human. She'll hopefully get it together or not, but I'm rooting for her because she's talented. Yes, girl."
Well, yeah, but most recently they've sided with her. They've aired her successes on TV and through the media. They've talked about her comebacks and how she's done really well in her races, and they're giving her props. But like I said, she's
real dogs don't wait. You can't wait. This is fool. Y'all out of order.
I'm gonna play it again. Hold on. Let me stop sharing it. I'll share it again. Basically, this man turned himself into a dog.
Oh my God.
Oh Lord.
Oh my God.
It's a white man. Hold on. Let me
Girl,
stop.
I saw that.
Hold on.
I saw that craziness.
Hold on. Let me take it out right quick. Let me stop sharing and share it again. But it was funny because when I saw it, I was like, wait a minute.
Girl, okay. I was hollering.
Hold on. Let me share again. Because when I saw it, I was like, wait a minute. Did he literally just
a whole collie?
A whole, yeah. Pretty much. Let me share it again, because I want y'all to hear what is being said.
So that he can look like a dog. You know, not looking like a special needs border collie. And it's a mess. You wanted attention so bad you done made yourself a dog. That was not amazing. Yeah.
That was not amazing.
I don't know who annoying me more, the fake dog or her pretending like it's a dog. We have to start calling it out. This is mental illness. This is mental illness. Look at the real dog, not fooling with the fake dog, because he know he ain't real. And he ain't got the nerves to be laying down, waving at somebody. Real dogs don't wave. Look at him wave.
That's the part that took me out. The fact that he waved like he was a real dog.
And the paw didn't even look real, girl. It is
right. The way he put his hand in her hand like a person.
They play too much.
He needs Peevy's business card.
Right. They need to cut it out. She is very accurate when she said we need to call it out. Mental health.
How are you turning yourself into a dog? Is my question.
It was the rollover.
Girl, is it a dog suit, girl, or did he?
Yes.
He had somebody created.
Girl, how is he doing all these costumes, girl?
It's a whole fit.
It's a whole.
It's too much, girl. It's a whole mental instability issue.
It's ridiculous.
Girl.
They say mental illness, laughing. It's not funny, but it's funny.
It's real,
These people are
friend.
really dressing up as animals now.
So
It's
I have
real.
another one in reference to an animal.
Not identifying as binary or asexual or bisexual. We're
Yeah, she's so
identifying
right.
as dogs now.
Girl.
We turning into pets now.
I'm floored.
I'm flabbergasted.
It was the rollover for me. That took
It was
me
the
out.
whole shenanigans.
It was
Way
the whole
down.
commentary over the video.
Yes. That was the gag.
That is the true gag.
That's the point that I'm gagging at still. You say, look at the real dog. Don't even fool with him because he knows.
Right, because the dog like
the dog backed up.
Like, what about you? What about your life said, okay, I think this morning I'm just going to wake up and become a dog.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Life is not life.
You spent $20,000. You know what you could have done with $20,000?
You understand me?
Divine.
Not
life is not life.
People ask, this mess got to stop.
Girl, no, for real. This life is not life no more. So I guess I'll just go ahead and choose a different life.
Like
do something
else. Literally.
Might as well.
Like you see them hashtags talking about Lord, Earth is ghetto.
Yes.
Earth is ghetto. Please take me out.
Lord, the species you made them, they changing it down here. It's time for you to call us home, Lord.
Right, Jay.
In the flood and the fire, Jesus. Amen.
Oh, listen.
That's amazing.
That was hilarious to me. The next one is people are always getting these pets. First they saw, you see people get lions, they getting tigers, and so this person decided to get a monkey. And I for the life of me, I don't know why.
Not a capucci, not a miniature, but a whole ass monkey.
A whole one with a long tail that's tearing shit up.
Girl, get off the line.
Catch him. And he can't catch him. So when I show you this video, I just wanted to bring it to your attention.
What state are they in?
I don't know what state they in.
Not in this country, can't be.
Girl,
it looks like America. It looked like America based on the environment in the background that the monkey was running all over, going behind desks, like the person works from home, was going behind the desk for the computer, and all, it's just everywhere, tearing up stuff.
They might be in Florida. You know, run is for everything but black people, so they might be in Florida.
So let me share this video. Hold on 1 second. This one was just crazy. So look, he biting on him. Rabies shot already.
That's like a mangy dog.
Right. Look at him.
Girl, there's no way. That's a capucci, I think. The thing that the girl had on the movie Monkey Trouble.
Absolutely not.
I think that's one of those things. Girl, he's tearing up the computer equipment.
That is not a pet.
Girl, what is he dragging behind? Look.
And then he trying to catch him. You is not going to catch this animal, sir.
Look how he looking at it, girl.
That's not a pet. I would be ducking and dodging it.
Girl, then he jumped on it.
It was too much for me. I was like, first of all, why do you have it?
Wait a minute.
They said, "Oh hell no!" Exactly.
Absolutely not, Jay.
We'll be picking out his little monkey coffin because he'll be.
First of all, he would have never got.
Hello, we don't go around picking
up. It wouldn't even got to the point where we got to pick out a coffin. He would have never invaded my home.
Exactly.
Absolutely
you never would have come into my home.
At him. No.
Never would have impeded on my home.
Absolutely
I'm asking the same question, ladies. What about your life said? What made you wake up that morning and say, "Today I'm going to go pick out a monkey"?
Oh wow!
Live in my home.
Right. That's
My
the
home
part.
is not homing anymore, and I feel I need to have a monkey to accompany me.
It's the life in the home, not homing and lifing for me.
Like,
I don't understand why. I don't even understand why that's a thought to go get a monkey as a pet.
Go adopt a child in need.
Help people. Donate your
Just those
money.
mental health issues first, and then go help a child in need.
That's crazy. And people will really endure this monkey ripping and running around their house.
Girl, I can only imagine what the neighbors hearing with him bouncing off the walls every time you turn around.
The man is on the ceiling. The monkey is on the
ceiling. He was everywhere but the right place.
Everywhere.
In a damn cage.
He wasn't in the zoo. He needed
Could
to
y'all
be
imagine
in the zoo.
going to somebody else like that?
Girl, that's
I wouldn't
crazy.
be coming because I want you to. When you told me you got a monkey, just call me out. I'm not.
I'm gonna let you walk into that.
I'm not
I'm gonna look up involuntary admission, and I'm gonna find the nearest facility to put that person in, so they can be assisted. Because you don't live with anything like that in your home,
right?
That part.
This is that.
That part.
Listen here.
That's crazy.
Listen here. So I don't have a video for this news story, but it was something that came up that I saw when we got ready to depart last week. Y'all know they throw the
yeah. They do.
Oh no.
They smell it and then they'll throw it. It's over.
No, ma'am.
Animal
no,
food can't be at my doorstep.
No, thank you.
I'll be facing charges.
No, thank you. So the other story that I wanted to bring up, I don't have a video, but this one, I was like, what's going on? So there was a teacher that was dealing with a 14-year-old child. They were text messaging one another. She's talking about, I can't wait to see you. I can't wait to spend time with you, blah, 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 blah. And bought him a gun for he was 13. So bought him a gun for his 14th birthday. And so they had been having relations in the park. So she got arrested.
Absolutely.
And he broke it off before she got arrested. He broke the relationship off because, of course, he's excited that she's buying the gun. He wanted another gun and she refused to buy the gun. So he broke the relationship off. My thing is, it shouldn't have been no exchange at all between you and a 7. You 30-something years old. You 34 years old. You shouldn't be having a conversation like that with a 13-year-old child.
Let alone buying a child a gun.
Again, what about your life? What was going on that made you wake up and say, today I'm going to choose to throw my career away and choose jail?
Right. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. That's sickening.
It's something that cannot be explained clearly because
obviously it definitely can be explained because
they're doing
my
it.
thing is, what's the problem?
I'm gonna say, y'all, I'm gonna say something, and this is not for every educator, but a lot of these educators choose these careers because they were not popular in school. They had no friends, and this is an opportunity for them to relive and for them to make that situation better for other students. And they're now what they feel like the popular person now because they're the instructors and they're abusing their power. And what they really should do is address, again, those mental health concerns.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
That's true. Definitely agree with that.
A lot of them go do that. That's why they be having these inappropriate relationships with these kids because they're trying to relive their high school years. That's over, baby.
Yeah,
that's done. Find your adult to play with.
That's done. Well, let's go ahead and take a commercial break, and we will be back.
If you're looking for custom handcrafted fashion jewelry that makes a statement, look no further than Linda S. Jewelry, 1426. We specialize in quality pieces fit for any occasion. Follow us on Facebook at Linda S. Jewelry 1426 to view our inventory or to make a purchase. And don't forget to mention Stunner Radio sent you.
And we're back. Jay says she agree with Divine. Yes. I have to, yes, Jay, I'm with you. I definitely agree with Divine. I think it's very questionable when somebody does something like that, because they've had a Lifetime movie about this particular incident or incidences. You know, they've made multiple Lifetime movies about this situation.
Mary Kayla Turner was a prime example.
Exactly.
And they should have made
think of her name. I could see her face.
Yeah, they should have made an example of her first of all. She got out and kept her baby and everything, and had another baby by the little boy, and they got married and everything. So this is why teachers feel like it's okay.
Absolutely.
That's crazy.
She barely got a slap on the wrist, and she manipulated that child to the point where he was available when she finished her prison sentence.
That part.
To be able to get married. That's crazy. Over my dead body.
Right. You're gonna have to, I'm gonna be rolling.
Literally. You're gonna have
that was my first question. Where is the parent?
Well, that's who put her in jail.
No, I'm talking about with this new young man.
Girl, maybe they stand back in the shadows or something. You know, some people don't want to be all in the media, and they kind of funny about exposing their children to certain things in the media because they still have to continue their educational journey, go to high school, college. You don't want your picture all over the media. Yeah. So they typically protect the minors, and they won't, so I guess the parents may have decided to stay discreet as well, child.
Parents need, Jay say parents, we need to have these conversations with our children about these weirdos, because we can't control the predators, but we can influence our children. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I definitely agree.
Absolutely. It needs to be an ongoing conversation that's had through all the years of their life, because they're going to encounter some crazy people.
And they need to make harsher sentences for these educators that are stepping over the line, because some of these children have mommy issues, they have daddy issues, and any bit of niceness or whatever, they take that and they might run with that. You had children and other cases, they feel like, oh, she really like me, or she really care about me. So they are, in their mind, it's something totally different, girl. Children that committed suicide over stuff like this. It's serious.
And Jay said, I'm gonna go back to her comment. She said we got to start these conversations early.
Absolutely,
because they're committing suicide. You know, they're bullying at a young age. It's all type of stuff that goes on that we as parents might not be aware of unless we talking to our kids and sharing those intimate conversations.
Right. Absolutely. I definitely agree. It needs to be an open dialogue, so that they are comfortable with telling you the information. Because a lot of times when you don't make the conversation comfortable, if you have a child that shuts down when you get ready to chastise them, and you don't make the conversation comfortable, then they're not going to tell you anything. When they know they're getting in trouble and they getting ready to get a whooping and they shut down, then you're not going to get no information. But if you make the conversation comfortable for them to express themselves and tell you what's going on, then you have the capability of getting more information of what they've encountered, or who has tried to encounter they've encountered in their daily at school, or on the bus, things of that nature, whatever it is.
I'm raising some chatty catties. My babies come home and they can't wait to tell.
That's a good thing.
My children cannot wait, and they tell me, when I say every detail, I'm talking about everything that
I know my little best friend's babies.
My baby called me today. He couldn't wait to call me on the phone after school. Mama, let me tell you what happened today. And he ain't
Right.
no fix, girl. He don't
That's
play
good.
about his day. He wants you to know about his day, and he
Mm-hmm.
want to let you know everything that teacher did and them kids did, and that's how he referred to them. Mama, let me tell you what them kids did today. Girl,
That's a good thing.
he don't play, girl.
That is a good thing. That's important. So I'm glad that your babies are doing that. That needs to be for every parent that has a young child, or whatever their age is.
Jay says some parents feel like it's too early, but the thing is, the world is going to expose so much anyways. Disney Channel ain't even safe, girl.
That part.
Everything has to have the same twist, and I'm tired.
It's the double moms and the double dads TV shows for
Right.
me.
That
And
part.
that's where he's
YouTube.
talking about. It's the in the cartoons at
It's
this
in the
point.
cartoons.
Everything.
It's being put in the toys.
It's crazy.
The
It's
toys that
everything,
talk back,
girl.
they're secretly putting it in the toys.
These LGBTQIA accessories and T-shirts, and every time Pride Month come, you have a whole section for this, that, and the third. Which I'm not saying don't have that, because to each his own. But let's think about your next generation. Somebody has to create new life, and we know who can do that. And it's only one that's gonna do it, and that's the women, not the whatever. Let me get off that topic. Women will do it.
Okay. No problem.
Yeah,
Okay.
I definitely agree.
Yeah.
I had one more news story. I guess I'm the designated news story person.
You came with it this week.
I did so. I think I've been coming with it for the last couple of
You've
weeks.
been coming with it. You've been coming with it.
Yes, I think I've been coming with it.
I'm sorry.
So this one is about Lil Boosie.
Oh.
Lil Boosie decided he was gonna go on a complete. Now he made it. First of all, let's start from the beginning. He made a song called "Ungrateful," talking about his baby mama. Then he went on a whole tangent on live with the baby mama and his child. So I didn't agree with how things transpired, the things he was saying. He was going to, bust his child in the face. And I was like, what? Like, you going to put your hands on your daughter? Talking about you going to hit her in the face? You going to, I'm going to do this and that. I didn't agree with any of that. I don't think that's how you, as a father, you instill in her the certain way that she should carry herself. That's not how you're gonna get the point across. And the mom was saying, well, he think I'm a gold digger. Now the mama and the daughter is in the car, but speaking the same, and you couldn't tell the difference. The mom and the daughter sound the same. Let me tell you about, he ain't been a daddy to me, and I was like, oh my god,
girl.
It was a lot. It was a lot.
I'm always the one with the controversial perspective. And so let me just say this.
Right.
While your mother was out here messing around with a couple of guys at the same time that were all acquaintances of each other, and you got pregnant and didn't even know who your baby's father was, and Boosie was on in his career at that time already and began to do for the child before he even had the paternity test in hand. Right. He was taking care of the child, okay, and never stopped taking care of the child, and takes care of all his children very well. And so my thing is, you need to stay in a child's place. That's first and foremost. That's something, if your mother have an issue with your father, let your mother handle it. It's no reason on this God green earth why your mother should have allowed you to have any type of interjection in an adult disagreement. So that's the first thing why I'm on Boosie's side, because you stepping out there like you an adult. So then if you an adult and you doing all to give me my vehicle back, because I don't buy vehicles for adults. So let me go ahead and get my ride back.
Right.
And
then and that's basically what he was saying.
That's what he did.
That's exactly what he's saying. Mike Mann said you said a mouthful.
Yeah. Yes, you did.
And then on top of all of that, you know, people keep talking about Boosie this. No, Boosie not wrong on any level.
Mm-hmm.
He's right all the way down to the line. And you know, we had a discussion about that on Facebook, because at the end of the day, you need to be talking to your mother. That's who you need to talk to. While your mother was incarcerated for selling drugs, in and out of prison, and she couldn't afford to take care of you, your father did that.
Yep.
Your father took you in and took care of you. Right. He did that. And like I said, he did that way before he knew you was his kid.
Yeah.
And then how you repay him is when you get in good graces with your mama, you start listening to what your mama tell you, and you don't even have a discussion in private with your daddy about it. You just get out here and start running your mouth off some he said, she said. Yeah. And you think you gonna talk stuff about somebody and they gonna buy you a $30,000 car cash, no notes, no miles.
Yeah,
and you think you're gonna keep it and probably had your mama riding around in it because she still don't have no money, which is why she want the child support? No, you're not.
Right. Absolutely.
I agree. I think he did the right thing. I think he cut her out that wheel like he should have. And I think the disrespect needs to remain mutual. If you talking to me like a nigga on the street, bitch, when I see you, it's up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree. I'm gonna have to agree with you, Divine. I agree with how he handled the situation.
Yeah, I don't give a damn girl what my daddy do. I don't care what my daddy do to me.
Something for you, and you can't bite the hand that feeds you now.
Yeah, right. I don't care what kind my daddy and me go through. I'm not finna never get out nowhere on no platform, on no conversation in and out of. I'm not finna be disrespectful at all to my daddy.
Right, but this generation don't understand that.
They don't. They're very disrespectful.
Social media and blast and go to the blogs and put their whole business out on Front Street, and you get no credit for that.
But you send up here talking about, oh, he not a good father. He not. But I saw when I was looking at the live when he gifted you your vehicle and how you hugged on him and the party he paid for and how you went up for all his festivities. And he was the best father in the world then. But then
it's good. It's good when it's beneficial to you.
Yeah, it was benefiting you.
Yeah, it's good.
What they didn't count on, and I don't know why, because Boosie a fool. I don't know why you got
That's the part.
They should have known that he's.
They should have known. If he do it to anybody else, if he do it to anybody else,
they
definitely should have known.
They should have known he was gonna turn up. Don't do that.
And then you went to social media, and then you went to Instagram.
Of all places.
Oh, baby, he had a field day.
Of course. Miss Divery said that where they do that at, and then Mike Mann, he said it's all about the money and the material.
That's all she wants is a few dollars. The girl almost 18 years old. How is it you allow a man to go without supporting your child that's on in the media and making all these millions of dollars like Boosie doing? You mean to tell me you let him go 16 years and I pay you a dime? Now all of a sudden you come out of nowhere when the girl almost 18 talking about you want some child support? I'm trying to understand where it's coming from.
Right.
Where is it coming from? Now, I'm gonna tell you what happened. You see all this money he making. You see he's still on. You see he doing these fresh collaborations. He out here building these homes, buying up this property. He's creating this generational wealth. And you're sad. You're on social media. Your life ain't shit. You ain't about shit. And so you trying to put yourself on, and you done lured your daughter into this trap. Mm-hmm. Now she gonna have a problem paying for her college. She gonna have college debt. She not gonna have a vehicle to move around unless you figure out a way. And this child support ain't gonna work because the majority of Boosie's stuff not in his name anyway. And he almost slipped and said that on the interview. So where he don't even have enough income.
What you think you finna get? Yeah, what you think you finna get? I'll go back to Jay's comment. She said the whole situation is very messy. They mama seems spiteful. The daughter is unruly and disrespectful. Boosie should refer to his daughter as a bitch.
I agree that he shouldn't have called his daughter out her name. I agree with that part. But the mom is egging on the child. That's the part that took me out. I was like, first of all, there's no boundary on the disrespectfulness.
Exactly. She allowing it. And so when you say a child need to stay in a child's place, how can you really say that when the mama putting the child in that place to do that?
Right.
Yeah, she still needs to have more respect for somebody that's doing something for her. And that's the
Right.
problem.
But the
People
mama
don't
egging her
understand that
on
they're not being
to
taught
act up
this.
on social media.
They're
She in
not
the
being
car.
taught
Yeah,
this.
tell them about that. Tell them about that. I'm
They're
like,
not being
oh my
taught.
God.
It's still, like I say, it's just giving real ghetto. It's giving, it's giving like I don't have anything going for my life. It's
It's giving
giving
all of
just
that.
miserable. That's what it's giving, because like who
Miserable.
cares? Your daughter is almost 18. You've had almost 18 years to come out with this.
But you couldn't have if you was incarcerated.
Right.
No, you ain't been incarcerated the whole 18 years. She haven't been incarcerated that long. She was incarcerated for in and out, all on and off, not on a consistent basis.
Okay.
Like
Oh, okay.
she was. And then you've been taking these monthly payments from Boosie all these years, voluntarily outside of court.
But it wasn't enough,
But
obviously.
that's what I'm telling you, girl.
It's
People
running
out
out.
here
It's
passing.
run its course.
Yes,
It's running
he
its
pays
course.
all them monthly. Out of court fee, out of court, he pays them monthly money
It's
that they
run its
all have
course.
agreed to.
Yeah.
Now
It's
you ain't
run
got
its
on your
course.
damn
Now we need some
soapbox.
more coins because
Yeah,
something else we trying to do is going to cost us some coinage that we don't have.
yeah. This man that work
She
hard for what he got, and you just basically want to come benefit off his hard work. I'm with Boosie, baby. Go. It's gonna take hell for us to move for me to give you anything out my pocket voluntarily, and we gonna drag it out. And you ain't got enough money to buy the right lawyers to drag it out. And Boosie do. He gonna drag it out till she turn 18. You mark my word. Then
Look,
you ain't gonna have
Miss Different say listening to someone else. Right.
exactly.
That's
That
what you
part.
get. That's
Probably
what
got one of them niggas in her ear.
happened.
That part. Jay says it's very sad how some women instill animosity in their children for the other parent. It does.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
You done ruined the father-daughter relationship for what?
For no reason, because you miserable.
And if you go to jail next week, who gonna take care of your child now?
She gonna have to go back to Atlanta like she was.
It's horrible.
Girl, that's a terrible situation, honey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the part that's out of all the whatever was being said back and forth between them, I'm looking at the relationship that is tainted. That was the whole thing that I'm all around mother and daughter, father and daughter. I'm looking at those dynamics of it could be done better. It didn't have to be on social media. It could have been done in the privacy of the home.
Yeah, she talking about why you had to put my uncle in one of your songs, leave that where it's at, or this and that and the third. Girl, who is your uncle? That's about how much people know. The only reason we know he your uncle because you just said it. So for real, make it make sense.
You don't. I knew this was gonna spiral. I
Girl,
knew.
you know I love Boosie. You know he from my city. I'ma ride down.
I
And
know.
at the end of the day, nah, for real. And at the end of the day, now I ain't for it because like I said, I didn't bet this man on a personal level. He not no F boy. Like the dude is a real stand up dude. He take care of business. He take care of his kids. He take care of the community. And I feel like it's just an attack on his personal character and his financial situation because it's a come up. That's how what I feel. And until somebody can come out and say anything other than that in court, where I could hear the testimony, I'm just gonna stand on that.
Right. Absolutely. So let's take another break, and we're going to come back with some juicy tea. Okay. I know we done had a lot of juicy tea, but we come back with some extra juicy tea. So let's take a break and we'll be back. 1 second.
Are you looking to go deeper to reveal the radiance within? If so, check out Mary Kay, revealing radiance facial peels as well as time-wise repair, even clear proof. Our products help your skin look brighter, your skin texture improve, and you'll also see fine lines and wrinkles look reduced. If you're interested in a variety of our products, contact one of our independent beauty consultants, Terry Green, at 832-373-6476.
Hey, this is T Baby, and I'm coming to you with a side of tea, that tea that you discuss in the comfort of your home, that side of juicy tea.
So the juicy tea for this week is Erica Mena and Spice. That's how, I had to close my eyes. So on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, there was an altercation between Spice and Erica Mena. So I'm gonna play the backstory. It's a YouTube video. It's a long one, but I'm just gonna play a portion of it. But basically, it's gonna talk about the altercation. All right, let me share my screen.
Erica wrong.
Of course she is. Of course, she's always wrong, child.
Erica Mena?
Yep, she's always.
She's not a fan. You're not a fan.
She
Not
one
with
of
your
them-
lip
She
gloss.
one of them hide your hand people.
Throwing stones and hide your hands.
Yeah, she one
Well,
of them.
I seen the clip, and me personally, I don't know. Don't speak about my kid.
Okay, well, don't
I
speak
agree
about nobody
with that
else's
part.
kids then.
You definitely
But don't
should
speak about nobody else's kids.
child.
But she didn't talk about their kids at
Yes,
first.
she
though.
did. Yes, she did. Yes, she
She
did.
did.
She brought that up on several seasons.
I definitely agree that Erica Mena always
In that
throw
conversation,
low jabs.
she always throw low jabs. But in that video, I didn't hear her.
Not in that video, but
Yeah,
that's not an
that's what I'm
inspiration
saying.
day. You don't
That's
know.
what I'm
That's not an
saying. I know
inspiration day.
Erica Mena mouth real fly. So that's why I don't be in agreement with a lot of stuff that she do. But watching that particular video, no, she did not initiate that. She did not say anything about her kid. No,
She didn't.
nothing.
At that particular moment,
She
she
did not.
didn't.
But that's
She
what I'm
not.
saying. You don't pick and choose when you want somebody to address things.
And-
Shut
and
up.
I agree. I agree.
She already
In that particular instance, okay, when Erica Mena be going for blows and blows, yeah, I totally understand.
dirty
You
low.
want to
She
get
go dirty
your
low.
lick back. I totally understand that. But in a conversation where a person is talking to me calm and coming at me respectful, okay, I'll give you that common courtesy because that's
I
the
won't. I won't pass the common courtesy when you basically had you like I said. Remember we talked about them before, girl.
Right.
You starting a big old problem. Like you starting a problem over a friendship. Spice was fighting for her life. She almost died.
That's my point. Like, so you can't you mad because this woman was friends with Safari, who is now having a relationship with her. Control what her friend do. She cannot control what her friend do. And then Amara Negra said she said, I'm gonna do my job, what I get paid for. If I get paid to have a relationship with this man on screen, that's what I'm gonna do. That's what she said. That came out of her own mouth.
See, I don't know all the backstory. Like I said,
I been getting the backstory. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I just watched a little clip on Instagram, so all of that other stuff I didn't know about that.
I went through all the little clips.
That would be the same way as if I knew your significant other like for 20 years, for example, and we've collabed together because we're both Caribbean and I'm big in the Caribbean music scene. And so you want to do collabs with me. We're cool. So we have a friendship now over professional dealings with each other. We just ended up developing a friendship, right?
Right. Absolutely.
So when you come in the picture, when you come in the picture, that does not eliminate the friendship that we already have.
That's the point. That's the point.
And
that's what Erica wanted, the friendship to not remain.
That's
and the fact that he was concerned about her well-being. And when they was married, she said that he didn't have the same concern for her when she was bearing his children. When she was in the hospital, he didn't have the same concern for her well-being like he did for Spice.
Well, you take that up with Safari. Whatever he did for your birth, you don't make statements about Spice or any of that and her health. Right. And then you about Spice kids before.
You wish somebody died. That's you don't say that.
She's brought up Marla Negra's kids up before.
Right.
She's brought up Rashida's children's before.
Mm-hmm.
She's always running her mouth, girl. She got beat up on the show by who beat her up, girl?
Play the video, Miss
Diva Reese play the video. Who beat her up?
I know.
I need to see the video. Okay.
Yeah, we got
sidetracked. Hold on.
She do talk about a lot of people kids, and then when somebody say something about hers, she gets upset and offended. But if your son don't love you, then that's something that you got to take up with your son. That ain't got nothing to do with anybody else.
But I don't. It's not. But she has an agreement. So like the very first time when they start airing Love and Hip Hop, girl, I'm a loyal fan. When they first started airing Love and Hip Hop, her baby father instantly took her to court because he said, "No, you're not having my son on here."
Once Spice started siding with Erica's ex-husband Safari. Now, Erica and Safari had a very toxic and short-lived marriage. They were married back in 2019 and had 2 children together, but they broke up because Safari was cheating on Erica while she was pregnant, and he put her through a lot. She was stressed out and in the hospital alone while Safari was out there partying and had time of life. Erica then went on to put Safari on blast for being a deadbeat daddy. She also got even more upset when she found out that Safari was dating one of the other castmates from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta named Amara La Negra. Now, this relationship was kind of funny to me because Amara basically admitted that she was only dating Safari for a storyline.
I've been single since my kids, and I haven't had sex since the father of my kids. I get hired to do my job, and I do what I have to do. I do it well. We have good ratings. And with that being said, I have accomplished my mission.
So the relationship wasn't real, but it still upset Erica. And Spice ended up getting caught up in the middle of all of this because she's actually friends with Amara, and she's also cool with Safari as well. And Erica didn't like that because she felt like Spice was taking sides. Spice was actually having conversations with Safari, and Safari was telling his side of the story and saying that Erica was still sleeping with him, even though she was putting him on blast for being a deadbeat. And he actually showed her receipts that he was paying for child support. And so Spice started to see a different side. And not only that, Safari was one of the people who called to check up on her while she was in the hospital because Spice was on the brink of death at a point, and Safari was really broken up about it. He was like, he don't know what he would do if he were to lose Spice. And Erica felt a way about it because she was like, well, you didn't show me this type of attention or energy when I was alone in the hospital with our baby. Why are you checking up on this bee? And Safari actually sent voice notes of Erica dissing Spice to Spice. And this is what made Spice kind of flip on Erica, because at first they were cool, but Spice started to see that, okay, Erica is two-faced and she was talking greasy about her behind her back. Erica, however, tried to play in because she's still in victim mode. She wants people to feel sorry for her and take up for her. And she wanted Spice to be in a corner because Spice kind of went through the same things that she went through. They both went through a divorce and they both were single mothers. So I think Erica really expected Spice to be on her side, but Spice was like, she just didn't trust her. And she felt like she was being a little fake. And this is where things started to get really intense between them. Now, in this particular scene, Erica was explaining to Spice why she was upset that Safari was checking up on her in the hospital. She felt like Safari showed more concern to Spice, who was only a friend, than to her, who was actually his wife at the time. So she was comparing their situation, and Spice was like, well, why you gotta compare?
But why did you feel the need to compare us, though? Because at the time,
any woman would have.
And why? Why would you compare?
You're friends, and he felt that way. I was his wife,
and he felt nothing. It don't have nothing to do with me if he felt nothing for you. Like, so it's just confusing.
So you're
like,
telling
why?
me if you were in my shoes, you're telling me you wouldn't feel no type of
What do you mean if I was in your shoes? In what way? What do you mean? Because I feel like your problem is, Erica, you feel like you're the first woman to be divorced. That's the problem. Really? I feel like you're acting like you're the first woman to be divorced and you're the first woman that's left with 2 children to fend for. I've been doing it for 14 years. Welcome to the club.
Girl, I've been doing it for
nowhere.
16.
Okay?
16.
So Erica said that she was fending for her children herself for 16 years. You heard that?
Right.
So when she said that, she actually was including her oldest son,
which is not true
or talk about much.
Right.
And Erica did explain that her oldest son just doesn't want to be on reality TV. And so she's kind of protecting him from that, which is why she doesn't bring him up as much. She talks more about the 2 children that she has with Safari than she does about her oldest son.
So do you see why the daddy didn't want his child on there? Why she's talking about he don't want no baby? You was issued with a court order to not to have that boy on that show.
I'm sure.
He served her with a court order, girl, within the first 2 weeks of that show airing. I remember that.
Yeah,
she had him on there.
Look, Jay say I get why she upset. It's a trigger to her trauma. However, the way she chose to respond to Spice shows she's a little hateful. Absolutely.
Yeah, Erica Mena is very hateful.
I don't even get why she's upset though. You can't get upset at Spice because something your husband doing. That's your husband. You need to be.
That's crazy.
How you gonna hold Spice accountable for your husband not showing up for you at the hospital?
Right.
That don't have nothing to do with Spice. And the fact that he would be crushed if something happened to Spice because they're good friends.
Right.
You're jealous because he has friends that he cares about. You want to be the only one. You're self-centered. You're self-absorbed. You and those doggy teeth need to go sit down.
Not doggy. Doggy.
Girl, I don't like her because she gets on my nerves. Every time something come up, girl, she makes it about her. Like she did the whole scene talking about, stop hurting me. I'm losing weight. Erica, you're not losing weight. You've always been bony. You went and got that BBL and it looked like a balloon sitting right there because you've been skinny your whole life. Them balloons at the top was first. That was on the first season when they aired, when her butt was flat as the ground when she got beat up. And then she came back a couple of seasons later after taking a hiatus, and then all of a sudden she got a whole body job done, girl.
She had to regroup. She
She went and got her whole body done. I guess she must have saw herself on there and was like, oh, I don't
look good
like the other ladies. You could tell she just got low self-esteem, and she try to post and make herself be confident, but it's exuding out of you. And this whole situation with Spice is just affirmation that you're just girl.
That's basic. Ma'am, I just fell off the sofa with doggy teeth. Yeah. Jay was saying that. Jay said, I'm gonna go back to Jay comment. She said, not to say he don't care about Spice, but the comment where he said, I don't know what I Spice, I truly believe it was a dig to Erica. He knew it was
yeah.
100%. But he shouldn't have any reservation. She hadn't slandered him for a long time. How deadbeat? How he such a deadbeat and you steady laying up with him?
That part didn't even know that was going on because she put on this cry wolf and cry me a river flow for a long time. Like he wasn't shit and ain't shit and so girl, you laid up with this man.
This kind of leads me to them stepmother movies on too.
You need to stop. It's giving trash.
Right, man. And then Safari said that he, out of the 3 years that they was married, he's seen her oldest son 5 times.
Well, that's Safari. That's not your business. How many times you see what is the infatuation with her oldest child? He don't have to have a relationship with you if he don't want to. He's an adult now.
Right.
It shouldn't even be any of your concern. The only person concerned about seeing the child should be the father and mother. Absolutely. You need to be building a relationship with your children, your toddler children that need you.
That she allegedly claimed that you don't see.
Yeah, like
and if y'all laid up together, how you don't see your kids?
Well, in reality, you're bitter. That's obvious. You're probably keeping the children.
Right.
You're probably doing that on purpose, because when they played that scene when she didn't get as much child support as she wanted, girl, baby, she had did the fool. And so, you know,
Jay said she mad because they were friends. Erica feel like Spice. She said Erica feels like
Spice should know firsthand
what she
went through with Safari not being there. I'm not an Erica fan, but it's not hard to understand why she's upset. Yeah, I agree to a certain extent. I feel like she feels like Spice was her friend, but at the end of the day, like Divine said, your friend. Rather if it was Erica or Safari, whoever was your friend first, you gonna rock with your friend regardless of what it is. That relationship is gonna uphold.
And if you thought she was so much of a friend, why you taking digs at her career behind her back when you get upset? Now you been had that on your chest. And let me tell you about Spice, because I've been knowing about Spice since before they started airing her on this show. Spice is bona fide in Jamaica. She has a track record that speaks for itself. She didn't never have to get on Love and Hip Hop to make no money. She been making money for years. She was crowned dance hall queen for years. Like,
but Erica, she was homeless and all type of stuff.
She went through stuff like everybody else, but but her career is solid. You can go Spice up. Her IMDb and everything she's solid in the industry. I've been rapping Spice songs for years. Her and a couple of other females in Jamaica that come from the ground up. So it's like, Erica, who are you? I didn't know who you was until this show came out when you was playing games with Benzino.
Right, didn't even know you was in the Chris Brown Yo video.
Hello,
after you was on Love and Hip Hop.
Yeah, she was in there.
See how relevant she was.
She had on a zip up jacket with her the bottom of her belly button was showing.
Girl, not a bubble coat on a video with somebody.
It was a regular zip up jacket.
Irrelevant details at its finest, girl. You
got a bubble jacket.
You know, I remember everything.
She just need to click them checklists and send herself right on back home, girl. Just get off the show.
Like Miss Dickory said, he can't be that bad if you still dropping it like it's hot.
Yeah. And like she say, doing it just to say I can have them, girl. I'm over Erica. She just plays the victim all the time, girl. I'm sick of you. You've been playing victim since the show came out. And what the problem is, you could dish it out, but you can't take it.
That's the part. And that's what's so frustrating, because she's sitting here like really putting on this front like Safari is this deadbeat daddy, but you really laid up with this man like that. That's baffling to me that she really put on that show all last season like that.
No, wait.
But he was a low life. Not to, I loved him, but Safari was a low life girl. He had to slip everybody on the show. So the fact is, she talking about, well, he kept just because a man asked for something don't mean he got to have it. You knew what that man was about.
Miss Dickory said, looking like a fool.
Absolutely, looking like
absolutely Divine.
And them damn teeth about to jump out her mouth every time she say something, girl. She gets on my nerves. I'm so over Erica. I'm so for real. Like, I can't with her. Stop doing what you're doing, girl, and then hiding your hands. Stop doing that. You didn't talk down and had something to say and put your 2 cents in everybody's marriage relationship. You done had a whole lesbian relationship. You done had all kind of stuff going on. You had
so funny.
No, she had plenty to say when Rashida and Kirk was going through their divorce and when Kirk cheated on Rashida. You had a whole lot to damn say. But now the shoe on the other foot, it don't feel good doing when other people looking through your window.
Nope.
It don't feel good. Exactly. That's why you need to learn how to be quiet. Because it can be you.
Like the old gospel song say, sweep around your own front door before you try to sweep around mine.
That's all. Get all the dust up. And then throw some bleach water before you say anything to me. I'm going to pull you together. Every time.
Gather yourself.
Gather it all like a church offering. That's it.
This ain't them teeth in the way, Miss Dickory.
I'm done with you.
Girl. Her them teeth, girl.
Girl, I'm done with her and the doggy teeth.
I don't know what made Erica go put them teeth in her mouth.
And then she this big. She lost all that weight.
I don't know who worse, her or King Harris, because King looked like he just gonna bite every damn thing he come in contact with. Them teeth are huge. Them lips, girl, the lips come out here and the teeth is just there. Like, girl, it's too much.
Jay said she needs to go heal and stop worrying about everybody else because she's only gonna feel worse. Exactly. Yeah, that's really the reason she's in the boat that she's in with Safari, because she went through all of that stuff, seeing Bow Wow, all them different relationships in between, and Safari came chasing after you and you jumped on the first thing going, you know. So
she kept trying to avoid him, and then she finally gave in.
I think what it was is they slept together and she liked that little ding dong or whatever, and she just fell on in from there because he had been pursuing her for a while.
A long time.
That he was.
And
just he was
like
trying hard. So I believe I can see that happening. And he laid it on her and she laid the pipe. Yeah.
And like the true Negro, he did everything he did to get her just to waste her damn time.
Mm-hmm. Say that for the people in the back.
Because they love doing that. They love to reel you in and then waste your time. They good at that.
Like they hobby.
Ain't no way I would have had a child almost grown and turn around and start over from scratch with community property penis.
Hello?
No way.
Hello?
No.
Not one, but two, baby.
Two of them, one back to back. If he was doing the fool already, what made you say the abortion law hadn't been passed yet? What made you say you was going to just go ahead and do another one?
I'm still trying to figure it out, because if you knew he didn't want no more kids, why did you do that?
Right.
And when a man tell you he don't.
Right.
He's telling you that for a reason.
Jay say they say Safari got a snake in his pants.
And that's what they say, girl. Y'all must ain't seen the video.
They all like to get bit, girl. They need to go get some rabies shots for this snake. Get it away from them, girl. Get that thing away from y'all.
That part. Community property.
That's what it is. Community property penis, girl. It's out there.
It's there. Just slanging everywhere.
I don't want it. I don't want it.
Girl, that's terrible, child.
And if it's community property and you still sleeping with him,
before you even got to the community had their chance with it.
That part.
So what made you think you was gonna be any different? He messed with Miss Nikki, baby. Hell, he messed with her girlfriend. I think him and Sin Santana had fooled around before, if I'm not mistaken.
The list goes on, baby.
The list goes on and on and on and on.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just nasty.
Too long for this episode.
Mm-hmm.
The list is too long.
I just hope she stay off social media talking down on that man and doing all that stuff, because this stuff can be saved and recorded and her children will see all this foolishness. Like, that's what they don't think about.
Yeah, because I don't think she expected Safari to send that to I don't think she expected Safari to send that to
Spice.
And Safari a true friend. Because to let anybody say anything about my friend, I'm going to relay it firsthand the way you said it. God forbid I can record the conversation. I'm getting all the details. That way we ain't got to worry about no he said, she said. They're going to hear it directly from the horse's mouth.
That part.
So he did right.
That part.
Spice knows she not your friend. She talks down behind your back. And if you had any reservation about it, here you go. You can make your decision from there. And she did what she needed to do.
That part.
When this fake person in your face,
and when you cut a fake person off, and they wondering why, don't be confused.
Yeah,
if you know you didn't talk your shit, pop your shit.
Oh, no, Miss DeVries said
a show, girl, and don't know how to behave no more, girl. It's not HBO series, mama. It's cool. We're streaming her free. Now it's a start, no shade, but let's humble yourself back down, Erica. You still got a ways to go, love. you're burning bridges and making yourself look like a fool, and you're gonna miss out on certain opportunities with other people that might want to work with you out here creating this narrative for yourself. Like,
Maybe she been making a fool out of herself. She made a fool out of herself when she got on television trying to sing.
She made the ultimate
Girl.
She put them damn teeth in her mouth.
What was the guy name? Oh damn,
Rich Dollars.
Rich Dollars, girl. That's a whole nother hilarious because her Rich Dollars
comedy.
That's when him and Sin Santana had that love triangle, girl.
Right.
He was sleeping with both of them, remember?
Yeah.
Girl.
And then he was looking like, you know, when he got caught in the middle. Sir, you know you.
It's
They
the fact
also
that
pass around.
it was the
They
fact
also
that he
pass
didn't know Erica and her was messing around, and he caught them kissing, and he was like, "What's going on?" Like, Erica, you're not innocent. You're a liar.
Right.
You were seeing both of them at the same time lying.
Right.
You tried to act like they was in the wrong. No, mama, you wrong. You've been misleading two people.
Mm-hmm.
You've been lying and sneaking around on two people. It's crazy, girl. Girl.
Barbara, this is Shirley. Barbara, this is Henry. Barbara, this is Henry.
Oh my
It's
goodness.
Shirley.
Girl, that lady a fool. I ain't playing.
Barbara, this is Shirley and Henry.
Like Jay said, just pray for your healing, baby. That's all you can do.
Miss Zimri, what was you trying? She still talking about these doggy teeth.
Not the doggy teeth.
That's it.
Listen, so what we're gonna talk about this.
We're gonna have to come back to that.
We're gonna have to come back. Take this tea to go, ladies. I'll go first this week because you guys went first last week. So I'll go take this tea to go. Don't spew negativity. It's already enough negativity out here in the world. So don't add to the universe. Always speak positive things over yourself and other people, even if you don't like what they do. Because there are going to be times when you don't like what they do, how they react, how they handle themselves. But just speak positive, send them positive vibes, even if they being negative to you. Just like my mood at the beginning, I don't like negativity. I don't like it. I start packing my shiggity in stage. So that's my take this tea to go. Zoe, what's yours?
My take this tea to go. My take this tea to go is gonna focus on mental health. I know we talked a little bit about it throughout the show.
Right.
Focus on your mental health. You know, when you're not okay, you know, when you are, you know, we have the retrograde, new moons coming. So just stay grounded and stick to a routine that helps you stay grounded and be better for yourself.
Okay, I should let you go first. I wish you'll take this tea to go.
I'm just saying right now we're in a time where we want to create the right connections with people and get in the right doors. But I want to encourage people and let them know at the end of the day, nobody on this earth holds the keys to the doors to open up where you need to be. Only God has the keys for that. And be faithful to God because he is always faithful to you. Even when it's not going in your favor, he's faithful. He's being there. He's keeping you on track. So when you're walking down the street or when you put in that resume or whatever the case may be, if you don't get the answer in return that you feel you're supposed to be getting, just know God is in control of all of that. He's still steering you in the way that you need to be going.
He works through people. Yes, he
That's
does.
right. And be faithful and take everything to him. Because sometimes that individual on earth that you decide to take it to does not have the favor for you that God have for you. They have the defeat in the back of their mind.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That part.
They love to see you do bad, but hate to see you do good.
That's part. You always have great words.
Yes. I'm waiting on this poetry book. Come on with the poetry book.
I be acting ignorant, y'all, but I got some sense.
Wait a minute. Jay say lower your expectations in
Please.
people.
You have to.
Absolutely.
Miss Diva Reed, my take the tea to go this week is definitely doggy teeth and be respectful. Okay, Miss Diva Reed. Thank you,
Okay, Miss Diva Reed.
Thank y'all for tuning in.
Yes, thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure you guys subscribe.
Subscribe.
Yes.
Follow us on Facebook, Instagram. We'll say Twitter, but we don't have a Twitter. We're working on the TikTok.
Working on TikTok, right?
We're on the TikTok, but make sure you follow us on Facebook, Instagram, individual as well as Black Coffee with a Side of Tea. And we will see you guys next week. Enjoy your Labor Day holiday. Don't eat too much, but get some rest. If you haven't got any rest, do all of that and take care of yourselves.
Thank y'all for tuning in. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.